Wake up, Cincinnati. I'm Matt Peiken, and this is your newscast for Tuesday, November 18th. Property taxes are again in the spotlight in Southwest Ohio as counties prepare new appraisals that will feed into 2027 bills. Values surged after the 2023 reappraisal and are expected to rise again, with Butler County projecting double-digit gains. Because many school districts sit at the state's 20 mil floor, higher values can mean higher taxes even when rates fall elsewhere. Hamilton County's auditor says Ohio's reliance on local property taxes is straining schools and homeowners. State lawmakers have proposed caps and limits on levies, and Governor DeWine's task force offered 20 relief ideas. You can read more about this in the Cincinnati Enquirer. Residents at the Victory Vistas apartment in Paddock Hills say their rents have suddenly doubled, prompting legal action. 10 seniors are working with Legal Aid of Greater Cincinnati, arguing that the rent hikes violate tax credit agreements the owners accepted to keep the units affordable. Kingsley and Company, the building's owner, insists it is in compliance with all regulations and says no one has been evicted. A resident and their attorney joined Cincinnati Edition's Monday episode to explain the situation and what's at stake. The podcast of this episode is available at every major platform. Cincinnati City Council member Evan Nolan has launched a new community investment subcommittee aiming to direct city resources to underserved neighborhoods, beginning with Bond Hill. The initiative includes $6.5 million earmarked for redevelopment, using funds repaid by Mercy Health after vacating its Bond Hill property. At its first meeting, residents prioritized converting vacant land into senior housing, single-family homes, and mixed-use spaces. Nolan emphasized community input over top-down planning, aiming for long-term equitable growth. The subcommittee could become a model for other neighborhoods facing historic disinvestment. You can read more about this in the Cincinnati Herald. Cincinnati developer Dan Nyer has donated 10 wooded acres to the University of Cincinnati, expanding its Harris M. Benedict Nature Preserve in Montgomery to 75 acres. The land, which borders the Johnson Nature Preserve, enhances a site used for hiking and scientific research. UC plans to increase public programming at the preserve, including wildlife studies with local high school students. Nyer, whose firm is behind the nearby $150 million Montgomery Quarter project, said the land held more value for the university and community. The preserve is managed by UC's Department of Biological Sciences. You can read more about this in the Business Courier. And a Cincinnati entrepreneur is heading to Walmart shelves after earning a coveted golden ticket from the retail giant. Dr. Kesha Williams, a social worker and founder of VPod, created the cold therapy device to relieve feminine health symptoms like yeast infections and UTIs. Originally sold online, VPod will now launch in 150 Walmart stores nationwide this spring. It's the first FDA-approved over-the-counter device of its kind. Williams developed the idea in 2008 and launched her company 14 years later in 2022. The Walmart deal could increase revenue tenfold over the next year. You can read more about this at the Business Courier. Before I let you go, I want to tell you our daily newscast can also arrive in your email every weekday morning. Sign up for our free newsletter at wakeupcincy.transistor.fm. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at wakeupcincy. We're a brand new newscast podcast, so it would be great if you passed us along to people you think would appreciate a complete local newscast on the go. I'm Matt Peiken. Thanks so much for starting your weekdays with Wake Up Cincinnati.